Greetings all. We spent the entire week at the Palm Creek RV Resort in Casa Grande, Arizona. The focus for this week was to learn more about the resort's amenities and activities. Good surprises happened. We met up with a couple we know from our local Winnebago Owners Group here in the resort. We did not know they had been coming here for over 20 years. Unexpected issues always come up, and this week included a trip to the vet for Jackson and roof repairs on the motorhome. We also explored more of the Casa Grande area and even headed off the beaten path, or at least we tried to. We ended the week with a great dinner with my cousin and his wife. Tim and Cheryl have been a great source of information about the resort. Lastly, Linda and I will share our thoughts about the Palm Creek Resort and the Casa Grande area. I hope you enjoy the video.
everyone. As with last week's video, we are going to do the pros and cons of the RV resort that we stayed at. And we only stayed at one for this week, so we're only going to be doing the pros and cons of Palm Creek RV Resort. So Dan's going to start off, and he's going to start with the pros.
So the Palm Creek Resort is a huge resort. It's got tons of amenities and dozens upon dozens of activities. It's very well maintained, and the residents were very friendly. The resort, I found, had a great layout to it. It was simple, but it was actually broken up in a way that it kind of created neighborhoods. It was also relatively quiet. There was not a lot of traffic noise. There was some, but not a lot.
And pros for me, it was a beautiful looking resort. It had a golf cart course that went all the way through it and lots of great landscaping. The RV lots themselves were quite large, so you could spread out. There was lots of people walking their dogs, because we were in the doggy area, of course, and people were very friendly. There were a few cafes on site, so that if you didn't feel like cooking, you could go there, and the pizza was wonderful. There was lots and lots of things to do, like activities coming up the yin yang. And again, because I commented on it before, the laundry room was spectacular, very, very clean. They had a doggy washer and dryer, and plus they had an app, so you didn't actually have to use porters.
Okay, now the cons. The property was so large that you had to use a bicycle or a car to get around. Walking between the different amenities and that was just so far that it was impractical. There was also no dedicated small dog park. They had lots of dog parks, but there was always a mix of large dogs and small dogs in there, and Jackson doesn't particularly do well with the larger dogs. Also, there's so much going on at the resort that it's hard to know what's happening when, and trying to figure out what you might actually be interested in participating in. Also, as we pulled in, we found our site was surprisingly unlevel. We literally had to get out every piece of wood and leveling blocks that we had to get the motorhome to level itself. There was also a lack of information regarding internet access. It was only when we had one of the rangers for the park come around and ask us for our thoughts and feedbacks, given that we were newbies, that we found out that there actually was free internet access for us. So the information packet that we have just didn't have anything about it. Also, if you were going to buy into this resort, the only thing you buy are the improvements to the lot. You still have to lease the lot, so the Sun Resorts still owns the land.
For me, the cons, again, it's large, which is both a pro and a con, but everything is so spread out. So yes, it's sometimes difficult to get to things or figure out where things are. And you really have to be organized in order to figure out what activities you want to do and when. So it just can be a little bit overwhelming. We also wanted to do the pros and cons of the Casa Grande area itself. So Dan's going to start off with the pros.
Okay, from a pro standpoint, there was a good selection of shopping, both when it came to food and hardware. Not great, but it was good. What was great was the ice cream store that we found. It was a very good Mexican ice cream store, and they had great ice cream there. It was also very easy to get around, both locally and regionally. Casa Grande is less than an hour from Phoenix, very good highways, just really easy to go north, go south, go east, go west. There was also good hiking and off-roading available in the area.
For me, the pros, coconut ice cream, and they had a really good coconut ice cream. We went back several times. The shopping itself was reasonable. There was pretty much every kind of store that you could think of. What it didn't have was like a Whole Foods or Sprouts, and we do actually like to go to those kinds of stores for our meats. I just find them better. There was lots and lots of different medical facilities, which I think is a real consideration when you get older and things don't work necessarily as they're supposed to. And the vet that we had to use was absolutely wonderful. They were so accommodating, and I can't say it was Casa Grande Animal Hospital. They were wonderful.
Okay, so now on to the cons. For me, the biggest con was no lakes or rivers nearby, anywhere close. You've got to go north of Phoenix to get to lakes or rivers. Everything is very spread out. I guess maybe typical of desert towns, but it's really spread out. So you've got to expect to drive everywhere that you want to go. There's also limited attractions and points of interest. You know, we kind of hit the major attractions in this area in this one trip. So I'm not sure how much more there would really be to explore in this area.
And for me, I agree with Dan. The area itself for me was just kind of meh. I mean, there was some hiking, and we could probably do a little bit more, but I kind of agree with Dan that I'm not sure what else we can do in this particular area to occupy ourselves, and we like to explore. And there was no water for kayaking, which is definitely a downside for me.
Okay, that's our video for this week. Please remember to click on the like, subscribe, and notify buttons if you enjoyed the video. Thank you.